Rob.
Rob, good to see you.
Good to see you. Gregory, yeah.
To finally speak to you face to face.
No problem.
Conversation.
That's right.
So, just a reminder, I mean, at Qualtrics, we are an industry leader in data collection and online research software. Now, based on our past conversations, you're looking to build up the e-commerce presence of TradeMate. Is that still correct?
Absolutely. It's about, I mean, we don't do any brick and mortar, so we really got to make sure that works. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I've done a little bit of research based on what we talked about, and I do have a few clarifying questions today.
Okay.
Just so you know, my objective is at the end of this meeting, I'd like to set up in about 10 days a 90-minute meeting to go through Site Intercept more in full and an implementation timeline with both you and Sarah and anyone else you feel needs to be at that meeting,
Sure.
John, Paul, or Kate.
Yeah.
I do have a few clarifying questions today. Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, with your permission, I'll take some notes as
Yeah,
well.
sure.
Okay. So I'll just jump right into it. You shared some statistics with me in previous conversations that your repeat customers are about 90%.
Yes.
Average order value is about $51, but those repeat orders are a little bit lower.
A little bit. Yeah, about 41. Yeah.
And then the other thing that I touched on is that your customer satisfaction on your online reviews right now is poor to average. Is that still correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you pull this data from?
So we have finance data. We can look over transactions. We can look at what's on receipts, how many items there are, per person. So that gives us all of our client data there, and then we have Google Analytics we use for all of our web tracking. How many hits, peak times, load times, all that fun stuff. And then we just go to the normal kind of social media areas that you go to look at ratings and things like that. So.
Okay. Who pulled that information for you? Was it one person or multiple?
A few of us. Sarah did a bunch, Paul did a bunch. I did a little bit of it.
How long did that take you guys?
It took us not too long. Google Analytics is pretty readily available. Finance took a little bit longer, probably a week and a half. Us
Okay.
kind of going through that.
And if you hadn't been spending that week and a half working on that, what would you guys have been doing instead?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so many things to do.
Right.
Where do I start?
So you have a lot better uses.
A lot better,
of your
yeah,
time on
yeah.
that.
When we were trying to figure out how to manage our inventory, our fulfillment, we're trying to figure out how to grow. We have some aggressive goals this year to grow. So.
Were there any surprises in the data?
I don't think there. We felt maybe repeat customers were a little lower than we thought.
Mm-hmm.
That was maybe a little bit of a surprise, but we're still growing and we're still new to the market. So we're only 6% growth right now, and so we'd like to increase it. But I don't know that we were like shocked. Sure. It's hard to be shocked after going through what we did last December with the orders and stuff. So.
Yeah, that was
pretty brutal.
Yeah. 9% repeat customers. Where is your target that you would like to be?
I like to double it.
Okay.
If I can,
Okay. So I actually have a few interesting statistics when I was doing my research, and I want to touch on that. So
sure.
You guys, your average orders right now is $51.
Yep.
And believe it or not, you're in a good position there because the majority of e-commerce transactions are going to be less than $50.
Oh, okay.
So you've already overcome a pretty big hurdle there. But the other interesting thing I found is that new customers on an e-commerce site are going to spend an average of $154 in a 12-month span. About 69% of that's in the first 30 days. So basically, we've got 9% of your customers spending 41 of that. We need to figure out how to get them to spend the other 62. And if you can get another 9% to spend that other 103, what do you think that would do to your revenue?
It'd be pretty good, right? I mean, we probably have our monthly revenues come in probably closer to 200K a month.
Because right now you're at about 130,000, right?
130, 150, maybe depending on the month.
Okay. Well, the numbers that I did, just I'm working off 130,000. 9% of that for the repeat business is about $11,700. So if you could double that plus get a majority of that other $100 spent from some other customers, $200,000 a month. That's going to be about an extra $70,000 a month. Over a year, what could you guys do with that extra $70,000 a month?
Do a lot. Yeah,
would outside financing be as much of a concern at that point?
Yeah, we wouldn't need as much support from our outside financing. Getting monies from investors. We'd have just more cash flow flexibility, right? So if we needed to jump on any campaigns, if we needed to buy software, inventory, whatever, we could. If we needed to start a new line or something, we could do it.
Almost $1 million a year.
That's a lot.
Pretty handy.
Yeah.
So one thing that I think will help increase that, even if we don't increase any customers for you, are you familiar with the Net Promoter Score?
I'm familiar with it, yes.
Okay, awesome. So you know that basically those are your, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's the 9s and 10s saying, yes, we'll come back, and you subtract your detractors. If we can get less detractors and more 9s and 10s. What I'd like to show you, CBS Interactive is one of our clients, and they noticed a double-digit increase on NPS by using Site Intercept. And I think that we could very easily get there with you. And again, that's not even talking about increasing your brand awareness, increasing your customers. This is just your existing customers you already have. That number right there will help get them back in the door. Because when a customer comes back for a second time, they're more likely to come back for a third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
And we can get them spending that, the rest of that $154 that statistically is sitting there on the table, just waiting for TreadMate to grab.
Okay.
Okay?
That sounds great. I'd love to do that.
So I'd like to come back, like I said, in about 10 days. That would be a week from Monday. Do Mondays work well for you?
Monday afternoons are fine.
Monday afternoons? Would 2 or would 3:30 work better for you?
Let's do 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. And then do you think you could get Sarah there?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. Would anyone else from the team need to be there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
think that should be fine.
Well, then I will send you an invite, and then I will see you and Sarah a week from Monday at 3 p.m.
Sounds great. Thank you.